Anton Vieltsin here from the Southern District of California. I do criminal defense and business law. I posted a video before on Trump building the wall and what I called an invisible wall made by the Fourth Amendment. We all know the Fourth Amendment protects you against unreasonable searches and seizures. We also know there's some exceptions to that rule. For example, routine stops and searches without a warrant, without probable cause at the international border are permitted simply because we're dealing with a border. The idea here is our country can stop contraband from coming in, and the only way to do it is to search people that come through the border. We don't need probable cause, we don't need any suspicion, we can search everyone. Now in 2012, Mr. Gandy is traveling through the border, at which point his cell phone was seized. The content of the phone was not searched, it was just analyzed. The government keeps the phone. Now we have a case coming out 6 years later out of the Southern District of Texas. The case, United States versus Gandy. Just last week, the case comes out. Gandy is about to stand trial for sex trafficking and other crimes. The month of the trial, just this month, the government finally decides to look at that phone. They don't get a warrant, they don't get permission from the judge, they simply search the phone. And they find some contraband, probably child pornography. Now, how could the government do that? The government simply says, there's an exception, the border exception. The phone was seized at the border, so we can search it. The judge disagrees and says not so fast. A warrantless search of a phone did not occur at the border and it did not occur at the time of the crossing. We're talking about 6 years later. A search of Mr. Gandy's phone had no connection to the government's interest in preventing illegal entry of contraband that's smuggled through the border, which is really the idea behind the border exception. So if the government waits too long, they lose that exception. So Mr. Gandy can successfully suppress whatever is found on that phone. And the court also rejects other basically good faith exceptions, independent source exceptions that the government tries to move. Whatever is found on the phone is suppressed, and the border exception does not apply in these circumstances. If you like this video, please click subscribe, click like, and we'll see you next time.